What's up, y'all? This your boy Big D, aka D Jones. Only D after D is going down. This is unscripted, and I got a special host today. Y'all know her. She ain't no stranger to the show. Meshia Jones. There she go.
Hello.
Told y'all she'd be back, and I'm glad that we are blessed to have her on the show. And today is what? The last day of February.
And I mean the last day
The
of it.
last day. Yes, your
I
boy.
mean, this is leap year. It's so so
That
last.
makes it so special, though, Beats. That's what makes it special. Today, the 29th, we got one more extended date. We couldn't let this thing go without recognizing Black History Month. And Meech, me and you that talked about this already. And we're just gonna go through because, like I said, we got a lot that we want to put into this show. But this looks like it's probably gonna have to spread on into the next month of March.
Listen, we black every month. What are you talking about?
It,
Every month.
it don't
Every
change,
month.
and
It don't
it don't change. Meech, how you been doing, Meech?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me back. Thank you, thank you.
We are glad to have you back. Glad that you could pencil us in. You know, we were saying we had to get together because there's so many things that you're working on, projects that I got working on too. And I know last time we had you on, we talked about your book a little bit, The Retreat. And I was wondering just for a little bit, if you don't mind, kind of touch up again. For some of the ones who didn't catch that episode, can you kind of fill them in on Retreat? Just a little bit of it, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay, sure. So, well, there's two books that I have out on Amazon. One is very fitting for today, and I'll circle back to that. But retreat is one I talked about. That is, I have created six different retreats that you can do online or in person, and it is basically for those who are not that keen with keen on like going to these big conferences, big retreats, or whatever have you. This is like a guide to have your own retreat with your friends, your organization, your church, and your family, and just one where that thing of pulling back to move forward in a healthy way. And the six I created, one is called Black Joy, another is called Soul Care, the other is Spirited Life, uh, another one is Black Male Wellness, and then we have Play Date. And I love them all. I think they are also fitting for like the times that we live in, where it's like we're all talking about self care.
Right.
So look, I've even included one in there for men. I told you, look, male care. So
I'm glad to see that, and I'm glad that you recognize that too, because it's a lot of things that's going on within this world that we as black men we kind of take for granted. We don't really, focus on it too much until it actually affects us.
yeah, yeah.
So especially with health, going
Mhm.
to see the doctor, health even goes to mental health too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Well, that's the whole point of that piece that's in the book, and it is around geared around Black men, giving, doing self care. And what I like about the book Retreat is that each retreat I give you an agenda, so it's like a blueprint, and you could take it and revise it to fit your own audience, your family, or your organization, whatever have you. But it's there for you, and that's found on Amazon.com. It's Retreat Guide by Meshia D. Jones. And then the one that I think is very fitting for today is called Sketch. And Sketch is something that I pull together, and it's called Sketch because it's like sketch and skits. So there's six different skits within this book around about African American history. So they're skits, and I created it because I'm a former youth and young adult pastor, and I loved having skits, kind of like like having conversations around the skits that were just, portrayed for us, and we'd have some great conversation around it. But I would go looking for something like this, for my youth group or whatever have you. And I could never find it. 'Cause all I wanted, I didn't want a 2 hour anything. I just wanted a 10 to 15 minute skit that we could put on and discuss it. And excuse me, and could never find it. So I decided to write the skits myself. And so
Yeah,
what I've done is I've written more than this, but what I've done is I just compiled six of those skits and published them for those who are interested in like teaching their youth groups or just their regular educational classrooms, the drama groups, whatever.
exactly. This seems like this is something that would be helpful for people that reach out to the youth, to the young group,
Yeah.
mentorship,
Mm-hmm.
like girls groups, teenage groups, young guys groups,
Mm-hmm.
even fraternities, brotherhood,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. Oh, excuse me. I can actually see this being really a helpful tool to somebody. Y'all need to get this book, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Not just,
Yeah.
because we're on this podcast. We're saying it because this is something that can be beneficial to y'all.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know where to start. That's where you can start. Get the book, read what Misha has put into this book, where she instills a lot of the values, a lot of the different procedures that she goes through, that she explains to you guys. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all need to check this out for real.
Yeah.
It's something that'll
I
be
mean, it's pretty fun. I mean, I think it's because what I've done is I've taken ordinary people and placed them in extraordinary African American events and just kind of reimagined it. And it's like events that some people didn't even know about or whatever have you. And it's kind of like a learning resource, a tool, where you can kind of like present this before your kids or your youth group, or like you were saying, just male groups or whatever have you, or yeah, and just talk about it, discuss it, and some people will find that, hey, I never knew that.
let me take a little side note to what you said,
Yeah.
B.
Hmm.
Now, you said you can put yourself into the position of one of the as far as a character in a certain time, living in a time zone or whatever. What do you think it would be like if Dr. King was still alive today, and we could,
What do I think he would say or think? Or
if you could talk to Dr. King today,
I almost
what
think
you would say?
that,
What do you think? What would you want to know? You want to know how? Because I know me. I know a lot of questions I'd want to ask. What do you want to ask? Because me and you both on that intellectual level to where, we love our people. We want to see our people succeed, and we haven't forgot where we came from. I just want to know what is your view? What would you say to Dr. King?
well, I think he would marvel at some of the achievements and advancements that we've made. However, I do think that he would have a lot to say about what's going on and how to present leadership to our young people and how to guide our young people. I feel like he would definitely want these kids to dream bigger than where they are possibly, and want some of our, and then just even to try to diversify leadership, you know um,
Excuse
because
me.
I do feel like, back in his time there was just some limitations, but now we have the platform of even social media that is very influential, where it's like it reaches a broader audience. And so I think that he would definitely, and I feel like great leaders, learn to adapt to where they are, what time, what era they're in, or whatever have you. And so I feel like he would definitely be one of those leaders that would adapt to, where we are and speak to where we are and where we need to go and what we need to do.
I kind of agree with you there, Leach, but I kind of think he would. well, I can't really say how another person is going to react,
Yeah.
but all Dr. King and a lot of the other activists and civil rights leaders over the years, they've worked so hard to see us improve equality, and just fairness,
Hmm.
nonviolent.
Hmm.
That's a lot of what he preached, and what he stood for. I think he would kind of be upset with a lot of the activity that's going on with the youth, black youth today, and other, kids of color, and even kids, that's not black or color ain't don't really have even a lot to do with it. But you got bad in all races.
Hmm.
You got good
Well,
in all.
this is what I'll say. I will say that I don't know if he would be well, okay. I would even venture out to say being upset would be more of turned into more of a passion. So it's like, if there are things that you feel like are not happening, then it's like you become passionate about seeing the change. So, and that's what I meant about adaptability. So this is a different time zone, a different time zone, a different era, a different, uh, time in the world where it's like,
The
yeah,
fact
you
of
have
where
worked,
he
you
was
have
here.
worked hard.
Okay, that's exactly where I'm
Yes.
trying to get it.
Hmm.
Okay, because they had it bad back in them days. They had it way bad. We got it so good, and a lot of us don't even appreciate it. Don't even really consider it. Don't even think twice about it. The right to vote, for one. Why is it we are the ones with the lowest percentage turnout when it comes to voting? Our ancestors, our leaders, you know, uncles, everybody, went through all kind of hell to get us just basic little rights like that, equality rights, you know, and through those times, I'm glad. I thank God I was born when I was born. I would have made it back then. I would have made it back then. I'm going to try to vote or trying to go to a school, but then they don't want me just because of my skin color. But then we had people, like I said, Dr. King. Thank God for Dr. King and the other people that stood with him and the people back in that time that made a difference for us today. Can you imagine what it'd be like if there was no Dr. King? If nobody took the initiative to stand up, nobody organized like they did, back then. The things what they did for us, and I just don't feel that we are really. When I don't know if I'm using the right words, the right term for. I don't think that it is we really showing just. We're showing homage to the people who died, people who spent their lives, gave their lives, to make a difference for us going forward. You know.
Well, I mean, I see it a little differently, just a little, because the reality is like, we still go through some of those issues they went through. It's just packaged a little differently. I mean, you have even
Those are
books that are out
perfect.
there.
I'm not saying that America is a perfect place.
No, yeah. So I'm saying
We
that, and
live
that's
in a
why
better
I
country.
go. That's why I go with the whole adaptability.
Hmm.
So it's like, um, it's 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 like this thing where our reality is that yes, we went through so much pain, hurt, and I feel like we're almost working in that post-traumatic stress kind of piece. We have been traumatized for years, and it's like there are a lot of there. I mean, really, we're just not now pulling out of some of that stuff. And then we're still facing some of that stuff. So I do feel like it is, and you do have a lot of people that are trying to get out there, trying to change some stuff, trying to, but I do feel the urgency to reach some of the of our youth, and just even the whole looking back at some of the tragedy that we suffered and taking that and moving forward. on teaching and teaching leadership and teaching why we do not want to go back there, and just the whole level up piece, where it's like, okay, we are here now. And yes, it is packaged differently. What are we going to do? And diversifying in leadership and whatever have you. Because I do see a lot of positive people out there doing some really great things, as far as our race is concerned, for our race. But I do feel like, there needs to be more.
I think we should be more advanced than where we are right now, Mitch. I mean, I do agree with what you're saying and everything, but I don't know. I guess I'm looking at it different. You
But
know,
how, what do you mean by that? Like we should be more advanced.
as a culture, as a race, when you compare the black race to Asian race, the Hispanic race, even to other black Americans, well, African Americans, the black race here, America, it's like we're not where I think we should be. We should be more
But
than,
think about our teachings coming up.
you know,
I mean, think about, how our families were torn apart. Think about how, like even slavery, you are great if you are a house Negro. You are horrible if you're a field Negro. It's like, did those other races really have to, like, of course, when they came to America, yeah, but it's like when you think about how they formed their own community, it's like we didn't know where to go.
yeah,
So it's like it's hard to really grow when there's no community.
okay. I get where you at, and I get what you're saying and everything, but I'm just still I feel that we still should have to come up with some kind of solution to this or some kind of um, agenda to where we can come together as a whole.
See, and
Instead of coming,
that's where you're perfect. You're right.
you
Come
know,
together.
that's what we need to do. Unity. We really need to,
Unity. Unity.
we need to really get to the heart of what's wrong with Black America, and
Mm-hmm.
that comes with us. You can't blame no other race. You can't be like, well, we was this, we was hell.
Well, we can blame another race, but I know what you're saying. But
We can't do.
we
We can't
can't
do nothing
stand on it.
about this.
We
We
can't
can't do
stand on
nothing
it.
about that today. We got to keep moving. We're gonna always be black, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's something we can't change.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm saying you can't stay there.
but we can use
You
that as motivation. We need
mhm.
to motivate ourselves. We need to work with each other instead of trying
Yeah.
to cutthroat each other, trying to do better than each other, compete against each other. What's wrong
Yeah.
with giving another brother a proper shout out if he's achieving in life, if he's doing this, he's going to
Yeah.
school, he's educating himself, he's there
Yes.
for his family, he's active in the community, he gives
I
back.
agree.
Then you got some brothers, he trying to be this, and he think he better than everything.
Jealousy, yeah, yeah,
We need to stop all that. We need to
yeah.
stop. We'll never
But
get.
I feel like that is almost embedded in some of the people. A lot of people have dropped it. It's whatever. But I feel like some of that has, like I said, that goes all the way back to house Negro, field Negro.
And we not the only ones. So I mean, I'm not bashing us or nothing because there are, other authentic, ethnicities, based ethnicities. Say
Ethnicities,
that
yeah,
wrong.
that are doing the same.
You know what I'm trying to say. There's
Yeah.
other, yeah, that they have the same thing. They have the same. They fight with amongst themselves too, against each other like we do. But it seems like with us, it's like we're like on the forefront,
Hmm.
and it's like, hey, why do
And
why can't we all just, I don't know. Like I said, I guess I live in the world I would love to live in if I could change anything. Unity,
yeah.
come together in peace.
And honestly, to be honest, I do feel like there are some great things being done to where it's like, but but there just needs to be more. There are some great, I mean, just like, when you see some of these schools that are being, what do you call it? Just redone, I mean, like you have, like in Chicago, there is a school, I think it's all boys. And, speaking of community, where it's like, they are creating an atmosphere of achievement, and I think, they want them to think differently. And I just think that that is the greatest, when you have, because you have taken these group of boys where it's like now you're challenging them to look at, to create vision for themselves, and that's the other thing. It's like, you know, when you have this unity in this community, you want to create vision and talk about purpose and whatever have you. And I think that that all happens when we are in community with each other, and I love that piece. And the thing is this, you almost want to see more, excuse me, more images of this being done, because it is being done, and but other people need to see it, and we have the means to do it. And I think you spoke earlier about just even a media narrative, because sometimes we see so much negative about ourselves that it's like, okay, well, this is the norm. But it's like there's some great stuff about us too as well. There's some great things that we've invented. In my book, Sketch, I have this skit on W.E.B. Du Bois, his 1900 Paris exhibit. And go ahead, what are you going to say?
Oh no, no, I was just listening to you on that. I was like,
Uh,
that's a good thing. I think, yeah, we talked on that too, um,
yeah.
about that.
Where it's
That
like, who knew that? Like, because he was such a great sociologist, uh, socialist, anti-racist advocate, and he wanted other people to view us in a different light, because they had the imagery of, just us sharecropping, and us, not that that's bad, because that's something we did, but he also wanted you to see that there was more to us, like uh, more to our worship, our how we worked, our home life, and he wanted other people to see our advancements as well. And so he put together like 100, I mean, over, not 100, I mean, like hundreds of pictures of Black life, and presented it in Paris, in Europe, and it was kind of just like one of those things to say, hey, y'all, we achieving too out here, and I love it.
exactly, exactly. I love that too. I love that. In fact, there's a lot of things that I've learned this week, even though this whole month is us focusing on Black history. I did not know that a Black person, Garrett Morgan, created the stop signal. He
Yes,
did that. And
yes.
stop signals are used every single day.
Every single day. Every single day.
They
I
use them.
mean,
And I
yes.
didn't know that. Another thing I didn't know also, another gentleman, Alexander Mills, no, Alexander Miles, I'm saying his name wrong.
Hmm.
He created the automatic elevator, to where back in the days, everything was manual. They used
Yeah.
chains, to go up and down, and then they had to physically open up the doors. Now today, you just press a button
Right.
and it opens, goes up and down. Little small stuff like that that we take for granted every day, going into the office and stuff, and even wherever you go, get on the elevator. Period. A lot of people don't think about that, but a
Mm-mm.
Black man invented that.
Well, and we invented so much stuff. And because I think that, so even to, for me, I think when I was younger, and the only history, like I mean, I got a slice of African American history in school, and I'm sure it's a lot better now, but not that much. But the slice was slavery. So,
A lot
you
of
were
that.
just taught that you were slaves. And so I'm fine with, talking about America's tragic history, in class, what, because that is part of history. However, I still feel like it should be coupled with a lot of African American achievements, throughout history, like even in the 1800s, even in the, because I do feel like what we focus on a lot is like, um, oh, we were slaves, but not on, oh, we were warriors. Someone said to me, they did not capture slaves in Africa. They captured warriors, and they captured scientists. They captured, you know what I mean? And so we came over here with a lot of knowledge of how to just roadmap a lot of stuff. And I'm telling you, that's why we continue to create because we did not come over as slaves. We came over as warriors,
Yeah,
So
we're a strong group of people because everybody can't make it black.
that's right.
A lot of people, when they already, I hate to say it, they been already killed themselves. If they had to be black. So we're
Oh,
strong people.
but I'm telling you, wait, because listen,
Because it ain't easy.
we know how to make a bologna
We
sandwich if
know,
we ain't got nothing to eat. You know what I mean?
we
And
know
it's
how
like
to make it.
somebody else may go, oh my God, I
Oh,
am going to take my life because who eats bologna sandwiches,
oh
So
yeah.
we know how to adjust.
But who gets laid off from a job? What am I gonna do? I just got laid off. My work's over. You know how many times I done got laid off from a job?
We gonna hustle. We gonna make it work.
Just
We
to
gonna
make
make it work.
I don't have time to sit up and cry about stuff that comes
Yes.
with me. You know, I got to be strong. I'm a strong brother. I've been through a lot.
And you know
Everybody
what?
got their own story. You
That's what you are touching upon a lot there with that piece, because when you think about our race and how resilient our race has been towards a lot of stuff, just like, oh, okay, so you won't let me in your school. Okay, we're gonna, somebody's gonna help us create a school for us to go to. Oh, you won't let us in, but we're still going to march and advocate for the right. And it's not even that we want to be you. We just want some equity up in this bad boy. I mean, it's like we built most of this stuff,
see,
and but it's like we have just like, oh, okay, so you don't want us to stay here. We'll build our own hotels from our houses or, whatever have you. But this will just be for the time being. But we gonna still make it work. We still gonna travel.
we're gonna
Now it
see.
may be by car, but we gonna do it.
We can't be held back. I mean, and like I said, we just gonna keep on. That's just like I said, fuel to the fire. That's what
Yes.
it is. Beast, we kind of running out of time. I really appreciate you coming and being on this show, but I got one more segment that I want to
Okay.
hit.
But don't
Uh,
forget to pick up the book sketch though. Don't forget Amazon.com.
y'all heard it? What you say? What was that?
Yeah, and if you want to DM me, what is it, kinfolk underscore creatives at, what is it? Anyway, all
We'll get y'all that information that you need.
right.
Y'all can hit me up anytime, especially sending the letters to Uncle T. I'm still doing them. We're getting ready to do one now. Since I got me sure she's gonna help me out with this young lady that has an issue. And like I said, hit us up anytime you want to. I'm here. Steve Jones sent me
Yes,
to a Gmail. Y'all can reach me there. Y'all can also reach me on YouTube at Unscripted with D Jones. I'm getting messages now talking about we running out of time. That's why I'm doing this. Y'all forgive me. And also, when y'all get on YouTube, subscribe.
yeah,
Subscribe. Tell somebody about this. You know what I mean?
yes,
All this is coming out of my pocket. I don't have no big sponsorship. You know,
yeah,
these shows like this, black owned shows that's gonna tell it like it is, it's gonna be real, and all we're doing is spread love and just, hey, try to empower what
yeah.
we do. You
I
know,
know we want to hear more about what your thoughts even around this show, about our history and how you think we should move forward.
exactly. You know, like I say, it's gonna take all of us. You know, we got to come together. You know, like I said, the power that we have as Black people in America, they fear us for a reason, and it's not just about a reason. It's first because we're smarter than what they think we are. You know, so hey, y'all just don't know. Y'all know what I'm. Y'all don't feel. Y'all don't hear. I done just went over a lot of people's head with that. Go back and replay this again. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the letter that I got.
Okay, what's your letter?
I'm gonna go ahead and read out and take some little notes. Uncle T, hey, where you been? How come you hadn't been out in a while? I ain't been out in a while because I've been working. But anyway, I have an issue.
Yeah.
And you can help me with it. I have my mom just moved in with me, my boyfriend, and my three kids. The situation is my boyfriend and my mom don't get along. That sounds like a situation to me. And they don't get along. They're always fighting. My mom is always telling me I need to leave him. She doesn't trust him. He's always telling me that my mom stays in our business and she is too nosy and this is what she wrote. And she's too nosy and very vindictive.
Whoa,
Okay, okay. And
vindictive.
now let me read a little bit more. And she's saying how they always fall out, they're always bumping heads. It's coming to the point to where she feels she's gonna have to choose. She has this guy, her been the man of my dreams. He's a great guy. He's good with our kids. We have one kid together. Okay, so she's got three kids, me, and
Okay.
other kids is with somebody else. And one of them she has with this young man. And she's talking all this about how the guy is good and everything, but him and her mom don't get along. And the mom, well, why is your mom there? Okay, a little bit further, she says, my mom is here because she got laid off from her job. I know about them layoffs. Laid off from her job, so she moved in with us. She's helping me with the three kids and saving a lot of money that I had to spend on daycare. I already know. So, okay, hold on. My thing is this: your mama's there to help. Okay, I know you in love with this guy and everything. You gonna have to put that line down. You're gonna have to really sit both of them down and let them know, hey, you got love for both of them. You love him because he's your man. He's the provider. You provide with him, so it ain't like he's doing it by himself.
Hmm.
The mom, hey, you always gonna be mom. You only get one mom, so don't make me choose. Don't
Yeah.
even make me choose. So I'm glad I ain't in that position. But the deal is, you need to talk to mom too. Mom's gonna have to kind of step back and just be concerned with herself for one, get back on her feet so she can go in and balance, get her own place. She's only with y'all temporarily, but while she's there, she's helping not just you, but she helping him too. One of those kids is his, but he's the man of the house, and he's the real man of the house. Hey, all them kids is his. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? You taking care of them. You with the woman
And
you love. Okay, before it
I
gets
agree.
bad, yeah, before it gets too bad, that she need to have that talk. What you think, me?
Oh, I agree with everything you said. I do feel like she shouldn't have to choose in this situation. I do feel like there should be a conversation had with well, definitely with her, she and her mom, and but a conversation to where it's like, okay, mom, like you don't want to just say, okay, you got to go. No, that
No,
is not, because that's, you only, like you said, you only get one mom. But it is that thing of, because what I caught was she's vindictive. I was like, what is mom's doing?
he
You
must have
know,
seen something that the mama don't like in the past. I don't
hmm
want to
and
conclude.
that's so easy to like, because she's already formed her opinion. If
She's
it's something that he didn't,
already.
she's already got, mom is already like, already in hate mode right now because it's like, you didn't treat my baby right, whatever.
Yeah.
But I definitely would have a conversation with mom and then just like even help her with, like you said, getting on her feet
Mm.
and moving out. And then I will let him know, well, this is the plan. We are, mom this is not a forever deal right now. This is a temporary thing. So if we can all just kind of just be patient and, and ask mom to be respectful and then ask him to be respectful as well.
I'm
So,
not
I mean,
no angel either now, so yeah.
who's that? What'd you say?
I said I don't think mom is no angel either.
Oh
She's a
no.
little smart with
That's
my.
why I said ask mom to be, respectful, while they're all living together. Because what you don't want to do is create a whole big mess to where it is. One's got to go.
Hostility. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it. But
Because your
me,
moms will be your moms
yeah.
until she passes, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And it's like, and that is really the only one who will sincerely, if you guys have had a good relationship in the past growing up, that will be your biggest cheerleader and your helper,
Right.
you know, because I don't know about the boyfriend because that's what he is. She didn't say husband, right?
No, she didn't say husband. She said a boyfriend, live-in boyfriend.
So he is still the boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, y'all heard
unless that position changes.
it.
So
Y'all didn't heard it. So whatever you do from now, baby, hey, that's gonna be on you. But like you said, you did got some good advice from each. You did got some advice from Uncle Thing too. So let us know how that come out. All right, we finna go ahead and wrap it up, y'all, because we're running out of time. Once again, love y'all, and I want to thank everybody who's been checking out the show too. Also, all around the world, I've been getting a lot of hits. So I want to thank
mm,
everybody from Germany. I want to thank everybody from Australia, everybody from South America, and the U.S. for sure.
mhm.
And Africa, we got some hits over there too. Excuse me. I love y'all. We gotta go. We're running out of time. Stay tuned for the next episode that's coming up. We're gonna put out another one next week. Until
See,
then,
this has been great. Hmm.
yeah, Beach, I want to thank you again for coming out, and doing this.
Yeah. And y'all remember we black all year round, so you don't just have to teach about our history in February.
Right. Let it be every month you learn something new.
You learn something new about yourself. That's right.
Exactly. Well, Meech, I'm supposed to go. I'll holler at you later. And everybody else out there, y'all stay tuned for the next episode. All right. Peace.
Take care.
All right.